Hi, welcome back to Happy Apple Core Homestead. Today we are going to teach you how to do a basic tincture. You will need a fresh herb, 100 proof vodka, and a jar or container with a secure lid. I do recommend a glass jar with a plastic lid. You can use the flats that come with mason jars, but you'll want to use like wax paper in between the liquid and the metal lid to prevent any kind of corrosion. I like these plastic lids. They come made for these jars and they're just easy to clean, easy to use, and they don't corrode. So I'm using lemon balm today, but we're not going to talk about any of its health benefits. I'm just going to teach you the basics on how to make an herbal tincture. There are several plants that require dual extraction or like Everclear, like 190 proof, you know, like a high content of alcohol. I'm just talking about your basic herbal tincture here, okay? So when you're talking about high alcohol like the Everclear, you're talking about barks and resins. And there's some mushrooms and, you know, like wild lettuce or maybe some other different kinds of things, don't quote me on that, that require a dual extraction. If you see this video linked up in an herbal video of mine, then you know that this recipe is safe for that herb. Okay, and if you have any questions, pop them down in the comments. I will answer your questions based on the specific herb that you're wondering about. So you don't have to necessarily wash your herbs before you tincture them. I'm gonna wash mine because we recently weed whacked in the garden and there's tons of little grass bits and dirt and stuff on here. So I'm just going to get that off and then I will meet you back here and show you the last step. Okay, my herb is now tidy enough to make a tincture. And what you want to do is create some surface space by tearing it up. There are some herbs that you'll need to use something stronger than your hands for, but for your basic gentle herb, that's all you need, is just your hands. And we're just going to tear it up and fill the jar halfway. I'm using a quart-sized mason jar here, but you can use whatever jar you need based on what you're making and how much medicine you need. So, I can't get my hand in here, it's a regular mouth jar, but you tamp it down that way if you can't get your hand in the jar. And basically we want to fill this halfway full. We don't want it too tight, but also we don't want it too loose. Okay, so I know that looks like it's full, but if I stuck a stick in here or something, you'd see that it was definitely not. It's very loosely packed, but I think I'll leave it there. And then you want to pour 100 proof vodka over the top. When it gets to be about, you know, halfway, 3/4 full, go ahead and close the lid. Give it a good shake. Make sure all of the leaves are covered well. And then you will fill it to the very tippy top. All the way to the rim. All the way up here. Replace your lid and shake again. Basically, at this point, your tincture is ready to rest. You will let it sit for 6 weeks at a minimum in a cool, dark place. Now, it's summer where I am right now. You can see I'm like sweaty and hot, but that's okay. Put it in the coolest place you have. For me, it's just gonna be a pantry. We don't have AC around here in the Pacific Northwest. So it's just gonna go into a pantry out of the sunlight. I'm gonna sit it in there for 6 weeks. I'm gonna shake it every once in a while. I mean, if you could shake it every day, that'd be great. but once a week would be fine. Now, last but not least, do not forget to put a label on this, okay? Because if you do more than one tincture, or even if you just do one tincture still, you might forget what this is. Because, you know, I mean, once you shred it up and stick it in a jar, I mean, they all look pretty similar. So please put a label on it. I like to put a date on it too, just in case I completely forget about it and like I'm looking through my pantry and I'm like, ooh, there's a tincture I just found. Anyways, I also put a reminder on my calendar in 6 weeks to strain it. After the 6 weeks is up, you will want to strain this. I like to use a jelly bag. You can use cheesecloth or a pillowcase or whatever's convenient for you. You will strain out the liquid and discard the plant material. I like to put my plant material into the compost pile. I don't give it to my chickens because, you know, I mean, it's soaked in alcohol, so unless you want drunk chickens, I kind of would skip that part. After your liquid has been strained, I like to store my tinctures in a brown bottle. This is the type of brown bottle I prefer to use. It's quite large. It has a lid that is kind of pokes down, so it prevents evaporation of the alcohol over time. Because really, tinctures are going to last pretty much forever as long as the alcohol doesn't evaporate. So that's why these large brown bottles with that specific type of lid are so important. I will try to remember to link the type of lid that I use for these in the description box. Again, once this is stored in your brown bottle, you're going to want to keep it in a cool, dark place. As you sell your tincture or use your tincture, you can place them into small dropper bottles, which are easier for administration of the medication. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!